So PMC is just like Granger or just like TransUnion Reflect or just like Granger. It'd be Granger, then it'd be um TransUnion, then it'd be MoneyGram, and the difference that they have is just they're working at a standard form, and what we doing at our advancements is we're working with wholesale. So it's pretty much working with Catfish Industries, and being able to provide more of a multi-platform edition of sales, and how you can be eating different percentages of products and combos to where it fits more of your diagram of ingestion at the time. So it fits more of your Pirates of the Caribbean, or more of your Ratatouille or Monsters Inc., or in the Surfs Up area, or Shark Tale. You in that area, so that's being able to look at more entertainment, and being able to gain characteristics from that entertainment after 2067 to 2087. So it's pretty much as you go on with the normal April 14th of spring break holidays, and the holidays of Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Memorial Day. So it's being able to look more into Workday, as you look more into the website software, and being able to know more about the websites of that software protection agency. So it's pretty much looking at ADP investments when you're looking into website software, and it's pretty much where you're getting a look of the relatives, the relations to PMC2 squared's multi-platforms and extended terms. So it's pretty much looking at codes, patterns, coordinations, coordinates, quadrants, and it's being able to look at a different portion of detail. So it's being able to look the difference between the AT4 and the Z71, and the Z71 and a Yukon XL. So it's being able to know more about those details, and being able to describe the difference and the similarities between them, and being able to configure total balance between them. Being able to use it at T-Mobile's brand of accounts at the time. You're using up to at least 275 accounts in a hotspot area, and using 400 or up to 975 accounts in the metropolitan areas. So it's just basically who you want to be able to comply with. Do you want 3 friends? Do you want 6 friends? Or do you want 9 friends? Or do you want 66 friends, 93 friends, or even 150 friends? So just being able to configure your dimensions as far as that portion goes, and being able to figure out what population do you want, and how much could you afford when you're working on your own conferences at the hour. So it's being able to put a midpoint for a hotspot, being able to have a topic of discussion for a whole general statement of what AISD means, and what state of Texas mean, and what city of Austin mean. So it's pretty much just being able to pick a code, and be able to add a, either you add either inspired code, or you add inquisitive code. So, it's pretty much we're using that, and that's part of Sam Houston's interscopes. So, it's pretty much where you're using 641 different references to promote more for that. And, what references is the midpoint of where you go hang out, and, where you go eat and, have fun and stuff like that. What's your Dave and Buster's? What's your Austin Barks and Pizza? What's your main event? And, being able to be able to conclude conversations and topics, versus on that just because it's a city political thing after 1962 of 2012. So, it's been reestablished, reinvested in everything. So, it's pretty much where you want to be able to create more towards your tariffs or your treaty compromises or your W-4s, or more of your interest rates at the time, what you would like to you buy more of what you would like to have in the future. If it's a Corvette, you want a Corvette. If you want a Chrysler, you want a Chrysler. If you want a Charger, you want a Charger. You think about it like that. So, it's pretty much where you look using that ecoleaf maker platforms at. And ecoleaf maker platform is just giving you more right and insurance to have those things, having more than three cars of the same car. So, that's pretty much where you're using that energy, that efficient energy. So you can have more of what you're looking for, and more of what you love at a greater capacity, just because there are at least 6,777 points that vehicle or that model is the one that you've always been looking for your whole life. You're that fan. You're the type of fan. You're a Charger fan. You're a Nugget fan. You're a Celtic fan. That's pretty much what you do for a living. So, it's pretty much where you want to be able to add those codes under those depositions of oppositions, and, being able to know more about those Colt McCoy transactions is pretty much where you want to be able to code that terminology for it, so you can make more into Sears components, where you can buy more than 342 components for $3,000. So it builds the sufficiency up as far as you building a 350 bill for $100 item. It's pretty much just using more of a navigational system for a tablet use, and it's being able to use $350. Buy it for $350 and use $100 display. So, it's being able to use that. But other than that, we want to have, more of a program display, like, you see the professional using. But, this is basically with the state's display. This is Sam Houston's Sam Houston's institutions systems. This go to Ed Center. This go to this is sponsored by Southern Link Agriculture. So, it's using $67,740 of that, going to those subscriptions in Southern Link Agriculture. So, it's pretty much where we doing, majority of Comcast, T-Mobile, and Vine at. So, you see more Vine districts of, how to, not Vine, but Vivo. Yeah. So Vivo and Comcast and and T-Mobile and YouTube is pretty much where we're using that detail of having a common repost review, and understanding more about those types of details. So, that's all efficiency of Eco Leaf, Eco Herb, and Mr. Catfish. And, that's all a part of stock and trade and distribution at this hour. So, that's pretty much what we're using, at this time with these platforms. So, that's pretty much where it goes into the software engineering of websites with its own capacity. It's not just using, particularly what the basis of the company. What it's doing is figuring out factual statements from all types of categories within the system, and that is seen in the last time vivo statistics. So it's pretty much where you're looking at um, facts that has happened over the time, and they have been proven wrong year after year, decade after decade, and it's part of Ray Lewis's success at the time. You can imagine it. You can almost feel that he had one of those great spouts at one of those times. So that's out of 67, 95 months of acceleration, propel performance. Acceleration, propel performance, and activity, is pretty much where that comes from. So, it's pretty much as you using 67, 47 different degrees of work, you're using at least $60,000 of work at the time. So, it's pretty much as using that on Comcast, using that on, or using that on, Vivo, or using that on T-Mobile, or using that on YouTube. So it's just using those common ratios and add more to the hotspot. So it's being able to create a large tank of adaptability, and then figuring out how far in the depth you can go, and understanding more of a distance and time type deal is pretty much where you're using the conclusion of the detail at the hour.